What's good with you, YouTube? How y'all feel this morning? Come on in to the assignment. Did you hear me? I said you might as well come on in to the assignment. You might as well. Look, we done been out there long enough, right? We done been out there long enough. We really have. And so we might as well come on into the assignment. I know it looks kind of dark. See, now it's lightening up. Then it looks dark and then go back light. But at the same time, listen, we're going to work this thing out. We're going to work it out. And y'all know for the whole time that I've been here, right, I really try to stay politically neutral. I try to stay outside of the political arena intentionally, right? Because I know that a lot of emotions, run rampant. And if you're not careful right now, you're emotional. You're emotional based on the outcome. And I'm so disconnected from the foolishness, right? Check this out, y'all. Did y'all hear me? I said, I'm so disconnected from the foolishness to the fact I ain't even know who won yesterday. All right? I didn't even know. I got my chapstick. Y'all got some good chap. Say y'all want some chap. This is some good chapstick right here. This is some good And I need to sell this stuff. I promise y'all. I need to sell this stuff because everything I use, I always show y'all what I use before I even use it. You know what I'm saying? And so at the same time this morning, I came in, right? And I came in this morning to let you know that it's gonna be okay. I didn't find out yesterday until I got around, people that was disappointed for whatever reason. And I'm like, see, that's the reason why I disconnect from the narratives in the earth. For that reason right there. People say, oh, I ain't going to work because somebody was voted in. I'm like, wait a minute, don't y'all know that we as African American individuals only make up 13% of the whole entire U.S.? Did you know that? So even if every black man or every black woman was to go out there and cast a vote for the candidate of their choice, I'm telling you right now, we only make up 13% of the whole entire population. So at the same time, there's no reason to beat up black men. Ain't no reason to beat up black women. It ain't no reason to, say that black men didn't support, a black candidate or a potential black candidate, or, which I know she don't have an ounce of black in her. But at the same time, I'm just saying, I guess closest to the narrative by which everybody desired. And so I'm here this morning to tell you, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I didn't even find out about all of the narratives because I'm so disconnected from it all. I didn't even find out until yesterday when somebody was walking by with a long face or something. I'm disappointed that, I'm like, look, don't y'all know that the people that controls the narrative controls the numbers? Like, why are you upset? Like, do you really believe that they will let something happen that they didn't want to happen? Listen, there's no reason to be upset, man. Hey, sir, there's no reason to be upset because I'm at the point of life where even if it don't matter who make it into the helm, I'm telling you that you're still going to have to get up and work. You're still going to have to get out the house every day and do it how you've been doing it, no matter who's in there. And so I just want y'all to remain focused. Did you hear me? I said, I just want you to remain focused and to remain diligent and remain caught up in your own narratives. How about that? Get caught up in your own narratives, man. Hey, sir, you might as well go ahead and get caught up in your own narratives. There's no reason to get caught up in the narratives of the earth. There's no reason to. And this is one of the main reasons as to why I do not based on this, because of walking around sad or walking around mad or walking around and you know, saying, knowing that you know, they're controlling how you feel. And so I'm asking you to step outside of your step outside yourself. That's what I'm asking you to do. Step outside of yourself, and then step outside of this society and this community, and step outside the nation. I need you to step outside the United States of America and step outside of it internally and then look down in on it. Did you hear me? I say the position by which we have to be at this moment is we got to step outside of it and then look down in on it so we can see all the moving pieces. Because at the same time, I'm telling y'all right now, the narratives in the earth is predicated and it's designed to take you down and keep you low vibration and keep you understanding and becoming misunderstood, and to add diversity and to add discord and disgruntledness and all of these things that I believe that's in the atmosphere at this moment. And I'm so disconnected from it to the fact that I had to hear it from one person on a conversation that they told me everything, like all of the ins and the outs, and I sat there and I listened to it. And it kind of almost disturbed my spirit that that person was so deep up in it to the fact that they were disgruntled. And I was like, do you not see what's happening, man? Hey, sir, do you not see what's happening? Sometimes in this thing called life, you might have to close your natural eyes because your natural eyes show you a lot, but yet so little. Did you hear me? I say your natural eyes show you a lot, but yet so little. Ooh-wee. I believe that it's going to take for you to close your natural eyes in order for you to open your center eye. It's singular. It's plural on the eyes that you see with. But I'm telling you right now, you might need insight. You might need vision. You got eyesight. That might just be the ones that's externally focusing outside. But you might need insight, man. That's the one that goes internally deep. That's the one that you're going to need in order to move through these next 4 years of time. You're going to need your inside eye lit up. Your internal eye. Your eternal eye. How about that one? That's a good one. You're going to need your eternal eye lit up to the point that you can see further, faster, wider, stronger, more optimistic, with that third eye being open. And so I came by this morning. Y'all know I ain't here for no shucking and jiving. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I ain't on assignment. I'm here to lead and guide and orchestrate and navigate your thoughts because your thoughts dictate your movement. Did you hear me? I say your thoughts, ma'am, sir, cousins, uncles and aunties in the earth, nieces and nephews, your thoughts dictate your movement. It dictates your feelings. And that's what I want you to be careful of, that make sure that your feelings is going toward the right direction. Because if your feelings is altered, then at the same time, you're going to exude into the atmosphere what you're feeling. It's going to be altered and brought down into a lower vibration. And so what I'm telling you to do, ma'am, is not get so caught up. Maybe you might have to turn the TVs and the televisions off for a second. How about that? Maybe you got to turn the televisions. That's why they call it a television. It's a television. It's to tell lie visions. In your visions, they will tell lies to you in your visions and cause you to be distraught and destructive. Distraught and destructive. You hear me? And it go destruct your own character. It go destroy your own innermost being. It'll start destroying you from the inside out. And you have to be careful. You have to be mindful. You know what I'm saying? And so I came by here this morning. Did you hear me? I said I came through this morning. I definitely came through this morning. I had to come in here this morning. This is my last morning. Y'all know I do Monday through Thursday in the 9 o'clock hour. I'm here for no other reason, sir, but to speak into your mind. Amen. I am here for no other reason than to help galvanize your thoughts. Reconstruct your mindset shifts that has to happen in order for you to click into a new level and a new dimension. You're going to have to reconstruct your thoughts. Reconstruct your mindset. Make sure that your mindset is alkalinic in all times. Make sure you're walking in alkalinic conscientiousness. That's what you're going to have to do. Because you can turn any bitter situation and add a sweetener to it through your thoughts and how you view it. And at the same time, so I'm here this morning. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. I'm here as your health-conscious coach. Because in order to coach you into healthy thoughts, you got to first understand that your thoughts give credence to who you are or will become. It's your thoughts. It's through your mind. It's through your thoughts that causes you to move in the earth according to your thoughts. And so I came by here this morning telling you it's going to be okay. If you haven't heard that already, ma'am, you're going to have to allow that to resonate in your spirit. It's going to be okay. That the creator of all things still sit high, but yet look low upon his children. He know where we are. He know whose we are, where what's going on. He knows it. And so I ain't wavering. I ain't shaking. I'm not gonna shake in my boots. I'm not gonna, allow whoever is at the helm dictate how I feel about myself and about the surrounding situations. You're gonna have to go inward. I believe that when you go inward to your innermost being and you start doing self-work and the self-check in your spirit, you will eventually come up out of anything that you're in. And so this morning, the universe wants you to break the chains that are holding you back, leading us to glory and wealth. Did you see that? I want to show y'all. I found this morning. Look, I ain't never had this one on before. Hey, look, I ain't never had this one on before. The universe wants to break the chains that are holding you back, leading us into glory and wealth. That's a beautiful sound in the earth. And so I want you to tap into this sound. I believe that there are sounds in the earth that will help shift the atmosphere, to help shift your dynamics internally. And so at the same time, y'all know y'all can call me the closed-eye bandit. Hey, look, look, man, y'all like and share my page, man. Hey, look, I've been looking at other individuals, and they always tell me to like and share. Go ahead on and like and share. Hey, man, I might well fall into the soup. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I might well follow suit. I might well tell y'all, go ahead on and like and share my page, man. Did y'all hear me? I say you might as well go ahead on and like and share my page. If it's something that I said over these last 2 years that has resonated with your spirit and caused your spirit to be uplifted and encouraged and enlightened and inclined to believe that you are a small G God. Yeah, if your spirit resonated with anything that I've said, like and share my page. I guess that's how people are blowing up on this thing. I guess that's how they do it. I've never told y'all to like and share, but maybe I need to tell y'all to like and share my page. Like and share my anointing. Like and share my peace and tranquility. Like and share my knowledge and information. Like and share my wisdom and understanding. How about that? Those are some reasons to like and share my stuff. And so at the same time, I came by here this morning to talk to y'all out my spirit. Y'all know I'm unscripted in here. I don't write nothing down. I don't really, come, to write nothing down or cause, this long script of written content. I'll come and just talk. I'll come and speak to your spirit. And so I did come by here this morning. And I came by here with a message for every individual under the sound of my voice. Did you hear me? I say, ma'am, I came by here, sir. Hey, cousins in the earth, and nieces and nephews, listen to me. I came by here to tell you something. I'm here to tell you that in spite of everything that you might have to go through, in spite of all of the financial collapses, in spite of all the tragedies, in spite of all the things that we might have to endure in this thing called life, right? We know that life's curriculum is going to correct. Y'all heard me? Hey, listen at me. You know that life's curriculum is going to correct. We call this life's curriculum. There's a curriculum of life that we all must go through. Your curriculum is not going to be like mine, and my curriculum won't be like yours. But we all here in the universe together. Did you hear me? We all came into the universe with a different month, day, and year. We all came here in different months, days, and years. We came through different zodiacs. We came through different times and seasons. They say it's 4 seasons. I believe it's more seasons than just 4. I ain't limited myself to nothing that they tell. It's only 7 chakras. I believe it's more. Because if they're going to give you what they think you need, at the same time, I'm telling you, they're never going to give you the maximum amount of understanding. They'll always limit you to a minimum amount of understanding. So I believe that you're going to have to go and watch it for yourself. I believe that you're going to have to be more attentive and more intuitive. And your only way your intuition can be even open enough to receive anything that I might say, your third eye got to be open and aligned and balanced. That's one of the reasons why I don't even get caught up in the political arena, because right now people are sad. We even got people that's in the religious arena. Instead of them trusting and looking toward the hills from whence cometh their help, knowing that our help come from a universe or a creator of all things that don't have all this stuff under control, y'all done brought y'allself low down to the mindset of the political arena. Listen, man. We bigger and better than that. I don't even really, to be honest with you, and I better not say that. I almost about to say I don't even believe that we should be a part of it, but I let people live. I believe our ancestors had it correct. They just wanted to be at the table. I just believe they wanted to be at the table, man. I just wanted to believe that our ancestors wanted to be included. I believe that our ancestors just wanted to be a part of something. But if the truth be told, now, if we want to really go back to it, if the truth be told, we would have to go all the way back to the U.S. Constitution, right? Because in the U.S. Constitution, even in this day, I hope I ain't saying too far left or too far right, but at the same time, even at the U.S. Constitution today, we're only 3/5 of a human. To this day, we're only 3/5 of a human being. So how you expect to get one vote? How would the vote work? If we're 3/5 of a human being in on the U.S. Constitution, how is it that we got a whole vote? It might be 3/5 of a vote. That's the only way it can be real. So 3/5 of a vote, you need 5/5 to make a whole. So you still need 2/5 from another person in order to make one whole individual in the earth. So that's how I view it. So that's neither here nor there. But anyway, I'm just here to talk to the mind of the people. I'm here to share my thoughts and share my wisdom and share my understanding and to let you know that in spite of everything that you might have to endure in life's curriculum, right? In spite of everything that you might have to endure, sir, in life's curriculum, I'm telling you right now, my assignment to tell every individual under the sound of my voice that you better be armed with good intentions. Ooh-wee. See, that just shook you up right there, didn't it? See, I'm telling you. I say in spite of everything that you might have to go through, your ups and your downs, they call it the circles of life. Just like you have the up part of the circle, you're going to have the down part of the circle. And so I'm here this morning to tell you that you better be armed with good intentions. Ooh-wee. That's what just dropped in my spirit. He said, tell them I said. I'm talking about the creator of all things. I ain't talking about who they might call and whoever the earth might use as a narrative in the earth to keep the people mind controlled by that narrative. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the real true creator. I'm talking about the person or the entity that stood out into nothing and said, let there be. And it was. I'm talking about that individual. I'm talking about that entity in the earth that said, let. And all of the periodical table charts that we see if you Google periodical table chart, he said, tell them that's my stuff. That's the reason why none of those things ever lost its power. Carbon and hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen and all of the gold and silver and platinum and all these things like that that's on that periodical table chart. He said, tell them that's my stuff. And so I'm here this morning as Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, your health-conscious coach, and your intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor. Even with this hoodie on, I'm still your podcast professor. And so at the same time, don't get so caught up in the narratives in the earth that you start feeling all destroyed and destructive and distraught. Because it will cause you to be disrespectful to yourself and to your own thoughts. Because you're going to have to clean up that mess and then re-galvanize your thoughts and realign your mindset in order to go back on the path by which you know you got to walk this thing out called life. You're going to have to walk your own life and your own soul salvation out on your own. And so maybe the creator of all things sent me by here. I say maybe the creator of all things sent me through here, sir. Maybe I had to come through and gather around the table of my own thoughts. I say, so I'm telling you to gather around the table. Come on now. You got a whole table that you're going to have to gather around in your own mind, in your own conscientiousness, in your own awareness, in your own alertness, in your own stability, in your own security, in your own infinite, listen, in your own infinite thoughts. So I came on through this morning, y'all. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. You better wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. Listen, man, didn't somewhere I read where it says you better wear this world like a loose garment? Don't have this world so tight wrapped around your neck to the fact you allow this world and this world systems to kind of stagnate your breath, choke you out, or make you not have the ability to even breathe. And so the creator of all things told me to tell you, breathe through the process. Ooh, because after he bring us out on the other side, if you don't breathe through the process, you're going to be so lethargic. By the time you make it on the other side of the problem, if you didn't breathe through the process, then I'm telling you right now, you'll be lethargic. You'll have lack of oxygen in your lungs, in your body. You know, lack of anything in your body will cause deficits. It's a deficit. And so you lack of iron, you got a deficit, man. It's a deficiency. So y'all know I close my eyes behind these shades. And it's talk to your mind, talk to your spirit, and talk to you past your past the past pains of the past hurts that we've all experienced. We all have past pains and past hurts and past triggers and past traumas. So we here, we might as well stand. Did you hear me? I said we might as well stand up. Since we're here, you might as well stand up within yourself and make sure that you're armed with good intentions. Because at the same time, y'all know what transpires when you build a aura of bad in the atmosphere. If you build an aura of negativity in the atmosphere, if you build an aura of low vibrations in the atmosphere, then low vibrational things is going to come your way. Did you hear me? And so we might as well go ahead on and do this thing and do it right. I'm going to leave it dark just like this morning. Maybe tomorrow I'll change the lighting in here so that way it'll look better. But at the same time, I'm here this morning to tell you, don't get so caught up into the narratives in the earth that you actually start moving according to that low vibration of discord. You know, we got to come into harmonious thoughts. Our thoughts got to be harmonious. They got to be in sync and balanced. Did you hear me? And so we can't operate without a harmony. This is what the design is. I believe that they designed it to be that way for people to get all caught up in their emotions and get caught up in it. And then before it's all over, said and done, it'll start taking you down a dark path. We already know that this world is full of darkness. It's time to come up out of darkness into his marvelous light. Top side of the hourglass gotta be elevated. You gotta be inclinated. You gotta be escalated into the newness of the alkaline conscientiousness. And so we might as well go forward. We might as well go onward. We might as well go upward. Y'all see, I ain't got nothing written. I don't have to write nothing down because everything that is being said is out my spirit. So I'll push my flesh to the side. He told me to open the laptop on October 15th, 2022 and tell him, gather around the table. Ooh, did you hear me? I said, come on in and gather around the table. Ooh, I say, come on in and gather around the table. There's a table that you're going to have to gather around. A table of new thoughts, a table of new strategies, a table of new plans, a table of new work. Because the old keys that unlocked old doors in 2019 when we was going through that pandemic it will not unlock the door of 2025. I'm telling you, you're going to need new keys. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here this morning. Ooh-wee. I say I'm here this morning to tell you, don't get caught up in the narratives in the earth. Protect your vision. Protect your eyesight. Protect your ears. Protect your heart. Because I believe that when you see things through your eyes and you open up your ears, it's somehow or another, it's going to fall down into your heart. You're going to have to put buffers in place. Did you hear me? I can walk you through the process of life with buffers. Because we're going to have to buffer out anything that will rob us of our peace, rob us of our tranquility, rob us of our serenity, so rob us of anything that we know that's going to take harmonious thoughts in order to get us to the new level. We can't be sitting around here caught up in the narratives in the earth that were designed to break people down and set people apart and put red against blue and all. They do that in politics. They put red against the blue in the street vernacular. The Bloods against the Crip. Now they got the vaccinated against the unvaccinated, the straight against the gay. I mean, it's just so many divide and conquering type of mechanisms that if you're not careful, you'll be that got sucked into one side or another if you're not careful. And so I think what psychology has done for me more than anything else, as I studied psychology, as I talk to people and as I talk to, individuals who's wavering from one side of the spectrum to the other. Some people deal with bipolar, schizophrenic, or manic depression or anxiety. And so at the same time, we got to be careful that we stay neutral. And I'm here to tell somebody that you might have to neutralize your thoughts. Neutralize your thoughts, man. The creator of all things is still in control. Do you understand that? I said the creator of all things is still in control. So maybe we got to surrender our thoughts over into that mindset. Did you hear me? I say there's a big table that you're going to have to come and dump all your thoughts onto the table. You're going to have to come and dump all of your thoughts, the bad and the good, the ugly and the pretty, the positive thoughts and the negative thoughts, the in thoughts and the out thoughts, the up thoughts and the down thoughts. You're going to have to dump all these thoughts out your head onto the table of your conscientiousness. And I believe that all of the narratives that has been taught to us for years and centuries of this religious sectors and all of the things that has, we came in to it through our parents and through our great-grandparents and our forefathers, and we just moved along, and then now we're just in a big snowball full of everything. I'm telling you, sometimes in this thing called life, you might have to take a pause from it all. Ooh-wee. And go on your spiritual sabbatical, man. Did you hear me? I need my other phone. Because at the same time, if I stop this to read what a spiritual sabbatical is, then I'm gonna stop the music. And so right now, everything is not all perfect, but I'm still called. I say everything is not gonna be so perfect, but you still gotta understand who you are in the earth. You got a calling on your life, if you got a fresh anointing to share, if you got a fresh, word to speak, then guess what? We all need you, sir. Hey, ma'am, if you got a talent and a gift, we all need you. We need you to step all the way up and become the best version of yourself that you can become. And so at the same time, October 15th, 2022, he said, open the laptop. I looked over on my table, and the table, and it was just flat and closed and just sitting there. And I kind of mosey on over, right? I opened the laptop, this very laptop that I talk to you right now on YouTube, this very same laptop I opened. And I opened this laptop October 15th, 2022. And I've been here ever since. 2024, October, made 2 years, my second year anniversary of me talking and speaking into the mind of the people. You can go all the way back, man. You can go all the way back, sir. It's a lot of different words that I'm just speaking. So what I'll do is I'll come in here with no agenda and close my eyes and speak into your mind. This morning, as I was brushing my teeth and as I was preparing, I said, what would you have me to say? What is it that you would have me to say to the mind of the people? Because one thing I don't want to do is ever come in here and say anything that was distract or distort or destroy or distort or make everybody be disrespectful. I don't want to come in here and diss nothing, especially dissing your mind. So I'm coming here this morning to uplift and encourage you and tell you, you better be armed with good intentions, sir. As we move forward through these next 4 years, you better be armed with good intentions. Because the goodness that's in you, and if it's intentional, then it's going to attract that out the atmosphere for you. So you better be armed. You better not pick up no firearm. I'm going to go and do something what the other 2 people tried to do in advance. I'm going to go finish the project. You better not. You better not even have that intentions in your heart. Let that deal with that. Because when you have bad intentions and you have discord and you have dishonorable mindsets and all this type of stuff, that is what you're going to attract out the atmosphere for yourself, sir. So that's probably why the attempts done happen, because of that energy cord that he done attached himself to. All we got to do is sit back and watch. So I'm just telling you, you better be armed with good intentions. That's my assignment this morning for somebody under the sound of my voice. Ooh-wee. He said, tell my children, tell my people, the one that he will incline his ear to the cries of his children. And I feel in my spirit, if you're not careful right now, you all sad. You don't even know this is a part of the plan. That is a part of the overall agenda. So we don't know how this thing is going to work out. And so I'm here this morning as Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. I'm here to lead and guide and help you in the 9 o'clock hour through a mindset shift that has to happen. It's like a gear. You know, when you're in first gear, when it's been drugged that first gear out, now you got to go into second. And then it's a point in time, after you in second gear, you got to have to drop down into third. And then it's a point in time that you have to go up to fourth gear. Drop that down to fifth. And so at the same time, I'm here this morning to tell you, don't get so caught up in the narratives. Be careful that you don't get so caught up in the narratives in the earth that you become distracted by all of the distortions. You'll be distracted by the distortions because your vision will be distorted through the tail-lie vision. That's why they call it a tail-lie vision. Tell lies to your vision. Be careful. All the movies we done seen, them people hold sticks up in people's eye and hold their eyelids open just so they can see the TV. It's a real thing. I believe that it's a real thing that we've seen that before multiple times. They'll have 2 things holding that person's eye open just so they can see the vision of the television. And so at the same time, we have to be careful We're going to have to walk diligent in the earth. We're going to have to walk circumspect, sir. We're going to have to walk circumference with a circumference type mindset. We're going to have to walk holistic, stand outside of it, and then look down in on it from a holistic perspective. Our position in the earth is to stand high but yet look low. That's our position. If you look at the life at an eye level, I'm telling you right now, it's designed to take you under. If you look at this earth from an eye level perspective, I'm telling you, it's going to overwhelm you. It's going to look like monsters in the earth. You definitely can't look at this life as if the world is over your right shoulder and you looking out the right corner of your eye at the earth is hanging over your shoulder. At any given second, it'll fall and it'll crush you. The earth is too heavy. The earth is too heavy for you to handle on your shoulders, sir. Amen. The earth is too heavy for you to look out the right corner of your eye and it's as if the earth is about to crush you at any second. That'll cause you to commit suicide. It's too heavy. And so the only position that we have here in the earth at this moment is to stand outside of it all and then look down in on it. Ooh-wee. So we're going to keep looking down in on it. We're going to keep smiling in the process, knowing that the creator of all things is still in control. I didn't even know who won until yesterday with this person walking by me with a sad face on he ain't going to work. I'm like, sir, you better get your black ass out here and work. Why you wouldn't go to work because of something, a narrative that don't have nothing to do with you per se. You still got a house, a mouth to feed, and clothes to put on your back, and shoes to put on your feet, and clothes to put on your body. So you better get out here and work. And so I'm here this morning with this music saying, the universe wants to break the chains that are holding you back. Woo-wee. Y'all hear this music? Ooh-wee. 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 So the universe wants to break the chains that are holding you back. And I'm believing that it's through a sound that chains can be broken. Did you hear me? I say it's through a mindset shifting that chains can be broken. It's through the very thought of your essence of who you are. Do you trust yourself? Ooh-wee. When you look in the mirror, can you trust you? That's the question. I said, when you look in the mirror, do you trust yourself to get out here and still do the assignment? To do what needs to be done in order to provide for you and your family? Do you trust yourself? Do you trust the creator of all things that will shift you and give you another hustle? Give you another hustle outside of that hustle. And then give you another hustle outside of that hustle that you hustle by that hustle. Maybe you need multiple side hustles in order to make ends meet. Because I think that all this is by the design. Starting from the pandemic, starting from all the things that has caused the grocery stores to increase. The other day, I was sitting back and I got caught by the train, right? And I was just sitting back right at the train track. I got caught by this long train. And this long train had so much cargo on it. I wish I could have caught it from the beginning, but I pulled up, there was a car in front of me, and then I was the second car. And I looked at the train as it had all this cargo coming in. It just looked like it was a lot of cargo it had a bottom side and a top side. They had them stacked those big tractor trailer full of stuff on top of each other, and it was just going by like that. And I looked at that train real good, and for whatever reason, I was like, if these trains stop rolling, and all the food in the shelves can't be replenished, and if the trains stop and the boats and the cargo stop coming on the tracks, and we just start to use all the resources that we have here right now on this side of the spectrum, what will happen to the mind of the people? What will happen when you walk into a Walmart and then there's nothing to be replenished with because all the trains and the cargo boats and all the things that's coming outside of this country? What will happen if the trains stop running? What will happen if the boats stop, docking on the dock? What will happen to all of the groceries in the grocery stores that will stop having the ability to be replenished when we buy and then they put more stuff back? What will happen if that process stops? Ooh-wee. I'm saying, if y'all haven't seen that movie called that the Obamas directed called Leaving the World Behind, you're going to have to go watch that movie on Netflix, man. Leaving the World Behind. And so at the same time, I sat there and watched it. We had a discussion about leaving the world behind. And at the same time, somehow or another, before they can actually do what needs to be done, they have to put it in a movie. They have to put it somewhere where a person can gravitate towards. I also believe that they cloned Tyrone. That's another one that you gotta watch. They cloned Tyrone. And so it's multiple movies that's out that you need to pay attention to. We might need to be attentive and be intentional and have our minds open enough to receive all of the things by which they're giving it to us. Bits and pieces and portions of it that they say, "Oh, we told y'all." But at the same time, nobody was listening at the moment. And so I'm here this morning to tell you that the universe, I put this music on, the universe wants to break the chains that are holding you back. And ma'am, if you got any chains holding you back, I believe it's as simple as making a conscious decision that I'm no longer going to be controlled by the chains. I'm no longer going to be controlled by the narratives in the earth, the ones that will hinder, stagnate, and or prevent me from becoming. So we're going to have to create. We're going to have to become. We're going to have to believe. We're going to have to trust. Trust in the creator of all things. Trust in yourself to get extra monies from other places. I'm still doing a scratch off, y'all. Because I believe that the wealth of the wicked is still laid up for the righteous. I believe that somehow or another, he's going to provide for his children. In spite of who's at the helm, in spite of who's in the control, you better stay focused on you. You better stay focused and put your blinders on and stay focused. The same way they put blinders on a mule to make him pull that cart in a straight line and want to block out all the peripheral view. You might have to put your blinders back on and block out the peripheral because your peripheral view is too expansive. So you might have to put your blinders on. Only see what's in front of you. Make sure that you're doing the internal work that will cause you to become a better person and attract better things out the atmosphere. Because I believe that there's energy cords in the atmosphere that you can attach yourself to that will bring you through the storm. Ooh-wee. I say there's still energy cords. They can't remove the energy cords. You are the creator of your reality through your thoughts, man. You create your reality through your thoughts, sir. Hey, do you know that you create through your mindset, son? Hey, daughters in the earth, do you know that you create your reality through your thoughts, through your creative imagination? So he didn't take me on a 21-day spiritual sabbatical for nothing. I've been to the mountain of Mount Lemon. I've already stood at the peak of the mountain, close to 10,000 feet above sea level, giving you an altitude of gratitude. Not an attitude of gratitude, but an altitude of gratitude. And so you might as well come on in. You might as well gather around the table. You might as well clean off your table. Go get a white cloth and put it across your table. Clean off your table. Go get a black cloth and put it across your table. Whatever color cloth you need, place it across your table. And at the same time, dump out everything in your thoughts, everything that will limit your beliefs, anything that will stagnate your progress. Dump all that stuff out of your mind onto the table of your own conscientiousness, the table of your own value, the table of your own worth, the table of your own essence of who you are internally. If you've done the internal work, if you're tapped into your internal man, then your internal man will lead you and guide you into all truth. We know that truth is a part of our warfare armor. You got to be operating in truth. You have your loins girded with truth, and your feet shod with the gospel of preparation of peace. And when you walk through this earth, you can walk in peace, knowing that it's a peace that surpasses all understandings. So don't get caught up in no narratives that will hinder, stagnate, or prevent you from understanding who you are. Because energy cords are dangling in front of you. You're going to have to put on the right lenses. You're going to make sure that you have the right lens of opportunity. When the opportunity presents itself, you better be on the march, get set, ready, go. On the march, get set, ready, go. You better be on ready. On the march, get set, ready. You better be on ready. So that way, when that opportunity presents itself, and the creator of all things, even in the midst of a famine that can be coming in the land, the creator will still keep you centered and guarded and guided. Didn't he say that he'll let his words be a lamp upon our feet and a light upon our pathways? Come on, man. Where y'all at now? Come on now. Tighten up. Tighten y'all butt up. Don't get caught. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Ooh-wee. Don't get caught now. Come on now, tighten up. Now tighten your butt up now. Come on now, start putting affirmations, positive affirmations in the atmosphere. I am a magnet for all good things to come my way. I attract all good things like prosperity and wealth out the atmosphere. It's still for the taking, ma'am. Sir, wealth and prosperity is still for the taking. Be intentional about your thoughts. I attract. I am a magnet for all wealth and prosperity in my direction, coming my way. I ain't chasing the bag. I know I'm out here chasing. No, you man, listen. If you're out there chasing anything, sir, the bag is eluding you. There's no reason to chase it. All you have to do is put it in your mind and attract it. So we're going to manifest goodness. We're manifesting mercy. We're manifesting our joy that surpasses anything that we might have that will cause us to be disgruntled. If we're to have joy, it's unspeakable. It's in your mind. It's in your heart. It's in your value that you come into this earth with. You better be armed with good intentions. That's my assignment this morning, to tell every individual on the side of my voice, you better be armed with good intentions. Because when you're good, goodness is going to come your way. Ooh-wee. Did you hear me? I say when you operate in goodness, then blessings will come your way. When you operate from the innermost being of your core value, when your morals and your integrity is intact, your character. You heard I said, I ain't scared of you. I say your character, your character, it better precede you, because your energy is a currency, sir. Did you hear me? I say your energy is a currency. Soon as you step into an environment, your energy speaks volumes. If you have an intimidating type energy, like you're timid, that's the word. You timid, and every time you walk into an environment, you got your shoulders all up by your earlobes, and you walking all inferior, and you walking around all, people could tell that you out of your element. People will be able to tell that you out your element. If you walking around with your shoulders about to touch your earlobes, and you walking around with your and all bent in and scrumbled up, and walking around with your head down, and walk with these small little steps, like you know what I'm saying, like you ain't got long legs, and you walk with these little small little putty steps. Your putty self. You ain't time to be putty out here. You gotta go head on and shake shake it all the way off. And go ahead and shake it all the way off. You gotta put on your covering. Put your covering on. Know that you're protected. Know that you better have a mindset. Know that you better have something that you can tap into. Did you hear me? We want to be covered. I said, did you hear me? I said, do you want to be covered? And find you a covering, man. Sir, find you a covering. Did you hear me? You better find you a covering. You better know how to cover yourself. Woo-wee. You better find you something to cover your thoughts, cover your memory, cover your mindset, cover your intuition. You better find a way to find a covering. And so this morning, I came, I saw, I conquered. We all conquerors. Say, I am a conqueror. Say it. You're going to have to say that for yourself, that I am an overcomer. I am a conqueror. I am a soldier in the army. I'm a soldier. I'm going to soldier all the way up. No matter who's at the helm in the White House, I got to soldier all the way up. I got to attract. I got to be a magnet for all good things. All prosperity come my way. All wealth is still available to us. I know that everybody tell me something, you better not take them. Listen, I'm still scratching off. I promise you I did a $5 scratch off and won $20. I was so happy. I won 4 times the amount of what I paid for it, so I'm a winner. How about that? I say I'm a winner, man. Hey, sir, you better be a winner out here in these streets. You better find something that's going to cover you in the midnight hour. I told y'all earlier on, a few months ago now, that the creator of all things told me to tell you to go get a weighted blanket. Remember I told y'all that? I had a whole session on going to get a weighted blanket. And I believe that weighted blanket is symbolic of the heaviness that we're going to have on us, that when we cover ourselves with a heavy weighted blanket at night, it's going to comfort you through the process. It's going to cover you through any obstacles, anything that will hinder, stagnate, or prevent. I remember telling the world on a live to go get a weighted blanket. Google it. I searched for it. I couldn't even find them in Walmart. It took me a couple of months to find a weighted blanket. And when I did find it, I found it on OfferUp. And the lady said, all I want is $20. It's brand new. I just want to get rid of it. I said, ma'am, I'm coming for it. I went and got my weighted blanket. It's on my bed to this day. You better cover up with your weighted blanket, man, and let the comfort of the weight when you go to sleep at night, let that cover you and comfort you. That weighted blanket is symbolic of the weight of our Creator. He's weighty and he's heavy. He's in control. He's never off his throne. He never sleeps. He's always there, available for you. And so at the same time, he's always seeing with an all-seeing eye. Remember, the eyes is plural. The eye is singular. I believe that we're going to have to look through this thing with our third eye chakra open, balanced, and aligned. And we'll be able to see that there is a silver lining, that you stay optimistic, that you stay positive, that you stay on the top side of the hourglass where health, wellness, and well-being is. Because we know that death, destruction, and dis-ease, where they get the word disease from, we know that the dis-ease in your body is acidic. So we have to do what needs to be done. Did you hear me? I said, we're going to have to do what needs. Hey, my brother. I love you, soldier. Thank you, my brother. I ain't got no other choice, man. Right. We better be armed with good intentions. Right. We better be. That's my assignment this morning, soldier. I came in this morning to tell every individual on the sound of my voice, you better be armed with good intentions. Because if you're armed with good intentions, that means that good is going to surround you. Good is going to comfort you. Good is going to be there with you. So we might as well do it. Did you hear me? I said we might as well go ahead on and do it. We might as well be true to it and do it. Be true to your innermost being. Be true to your innermost work. That you done did the inner work that's going to cause your value and your worth to be increased as in currency in the earth. Because your energy is a currency. Did you hear me? I say your energy, the energy that you exude into the atmosphere is a currency, sir. It's a currency, ma'am. Your energy that you exude into the atmosphere is a currency. So you might as well go ahead on and pay it forward move according to the plan. An hour done went by already. Oh man, it's an hour and 4 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm 4 minutes over. I told y'all all it's going to take is for a minute for me to warm back up because the creator of all things took me on a 21-day sabbatical. I'd have been to multiple states. I'd have been to Tucson, Arizona, 10,000 feet above sea level. So I've been to the mountaintop. I've looked over. I've seen the terrain. And every terrain is different. We got some forest terrain, and we got some smooth terrain. We got some rocky terrain. We got some big boulder terrain. I seen big boulders looking like they about to fall off the cliff of the mountain, but they never moved. Look like they fell from a higher position down into the valley, and they're there. And so I'm here this morning to tell you I've been to the mountain. I've looked over. I've seen, I saw, and I conquered. And I've conquered all the fear that I have from height. I don't like heights. I stood at the tip of this mountain, and I meditated for about an hour in the sun. Let the sun pull all the way down into my third eye. Even the back of my eyelids, as I close my eyelids and let the sun hit the back of my eyelids, I believe through that sun that the son entered. Ooh-wee. See, I believe that through the sun, the son entered. Through the power of the sun. And so at the same time, I sat there with my eyes closed and my mind clear. 10,000 feet above sea level. I'll let the sun hit the back of on the front side of my eyelids, and it triggers something inside my third eye. So I came here to tell you, after have been through multiple states, I came here to tell you, ma'am, you better be armed with good intentions. That's the assignment. Don't be distracted. Don't be distorted. Don't allow your spirit to be distraught. Don't allow them to feel disrespected. Because if a person could disrespect you outside of yourself and you swallow it hook, line, and sinker, then that means they have control over your mind. And so I'm here to tell you, in these next 4 years, you better put buffers around your mind, put a buffer around your eyesight, put a buffer around your ears, put a buffer around your heart, put a buffer around your walk in the earth, put a buffer around your truth. Because your truth is a warfare armor. Have our loins girded with truth. Have our breastplate of righteousness on. Have the helmet of salvation that covers our thoughts and our minds. Have the shield of faith where we're able to quench the fiery dots of the enemy. And having the word that's a lamp upon our feet and a light upon our pathway. So you better understand who you are and whose you are. And so at the same time, I'm an hour and 8 minutes over. I gotta go, y'all. It's been a blessing. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege to serve your mind, to serve your thoughts, to serve your third eye chakra. You better have your third eye chakra open, balanced, and aligned. And at the same time, now I done came into reading this book right here, Chakra Healing. Ooh-wee. And so we're gonna go deeper into that prospect. It's a beginner's guide to self-healing techniques that balance your chakras and get your mindset in alignment. And so I'm here this morning. For no other reason did I come this morning to tell every individual on the sound of my voice is the title of this particular session is you better be armed with good intentions. Did you hear me? I say the title of this session, you better be armed with good intentions. Because that good intentions is going to catapult and propel you into a new dimension of thought. When you have good intentions in the earth, I promise you, goodness is going to come your way. You'll be a magnet for goodness. You'll be a magnet for prosperity. You'll be a magnet for wealth. You'll be a magnet for wisdom. You'll be a magnet for understanding and comprehension. You'll be a magnet from conscientiousness. So the universe wants to break the chains that are holding you back, leading us to glory and leading us to wealth. That's the name of this music that's playing in the background. The universe wants to break the chains that are holding you back, man. Hey, cousins, the universe desired to do this, not me. The universe desired to break the chains that will hold you back, stagnate your progress, and prevent you from becoming. And so I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment to tell you, you better be armed with good intentions. I'll see you another time. Be blessed. Do not let the narratives in the earth control your innermost being. Put buffers in place and master your innermost conscientiousness. You're going to be all right. Y'all be blessed. I'll see y'all again Monday morning.